Hello, it's Stuart back with another golden middle distance race. This time we're going to 1980, and this is Steve Ovett's first race after coming third in the 1500 in Moscow, Crystal Palace, Golden Mile. Let's get going with it. I'll be commenting along the way, and then after the race I'll be doing some brief analysis. So we've got Ovett there looking very determined. I'm sure that after winning the bronze medal in Moscow, he was keen to come out and show that he was still, the best in the world, which he had been really up until that 1500 final, running something like, 40 plus 1500s and miles without being defeated. That was his first defeat. They've gone out really quickly here, and I believe that the first lap was about 55.5 seconds, which would indicate to me that the organisers were hoping for a world record. So Ovett several meters back here at this particular point, suggesting that they have actually gone out quite fast. Ovett's not quite going with them. So we've got I think John Walker in the race. We've got Steve Scott. We've got Thomas Vesinghager. I think we've got Philbert Bailly, that number 4. That the picture quality is so poor here. Bailly is there. I just heard David Coleman mention his name. Pierre Delise. So really, they're all there. All the runners that were not in Moscow are actually there. They were obviously keen. They had to sit out the Olympics. They had to wait for the post-Olympic European circuit to prove what they could have done. And obviously, they were always going to be wanting to beat either Coe or Ovett after the Moscow Olympics to prove that had they been there that they could have won the gold medal, although realistically I believe Coe and Ovett would have won anyway, whoever would have been there. So the leader is way out. I mean, the pacemaker has gone out. He's done his job actually. That 55.5 first lap was a really good pace that he set, so nobody can blame him for anything. It's just that I think that possibly Steve Ovett was not really looking to run a really fast time in this race after the Olympics. He wanted to make sure that he was going to win this race. That was the most important thing to him, I believe. Anyway, you might disagree, but after losing in Moscow, he would want to come out and beat a world-class field to prove to himself and everybody else that he's still got it. There couldn't have been any doubt about that, because he did actually run very quickly in that Moscow 1500. It's just that Coe ran even faster. So there's Ovett there, right up near the lead. Eamon Coughlin is there. Bailly is at the front. We've got Steve Scott, John Walker, Vesinghager. They're all there. They're all there that could threaten. They've all got good finishes, really. So Ovett's looking really easy here. He's wearing his famous Soviet-style vest, all red. There's only a second between the whole lot of them. They're all in it. 4, 5, 6 runners. 2:58 going into the last lap. So let's see what the end time is to calculate the last lap. So Bailly, great front runner. He's out in front, but to be fair, his best days were really behind him. He turned, I think, to the 3,000 metre steeplechase, I think, in Moscow. Bailly actually had a go there. So Steve Scott's looking good here. Now, there was a bit of a shove there. Did you see that? John Walker looked to me like he gave Vesinghager a bit of a shove. Eamon Coughlin's still there. All the big kickers are there. Ovett there, though, he's at the front. He's got the inside track. He's in the best position, and he's gone. And, he's not looking like he's going to lose this. He looks like he could go faster if need be. He's just making sure that he does enough to win it. Steve Scott's getting close to him. He's closing down, but it looked to me there like Ovett was doing enough. It's good to see him looking happy there, particularly after that 1500 metres. Obviously lost to Sebastian Coe. It's good to see him getting back to his best. And I was relieved actually because I thought, what impact psychologically is that going to have, that loss to Coe? What impact is it going to have on Steve Ovett? Because I was still keen for them both together to be supreme middle distance runners in the world. And I'm convinced there that Ovett was running not at the top of his ability. I think that he was just doing enough. There was no world record to be had. So, you know, there was no need for him to win and really stretch himself. He won in style, and he didn't do his wave, of course. When you've got Steve Scott and Eamon Coughlin breathing down your neck in the home straight, there's not really, you know, just a metre behind, there's not really the opportunity to do a wave. I think what was important to Steve Ovett in this race was basically to win it and to look good, and he did that. It was a good time, but not, you know, not the fastest time. Let me just go back and just see what that time was. Let's just review the closing stages again. So we've got Steve Scott there. He's unable really to get ahead of Ovett. He would like to do so that he can get the inside position, and he's really trying. He's going flat out. Ovett just kicks a little bit. He moves into another gear, and he's got a good comfortable lead here. Looks sort of over his shoulder once or twice. Yeah, so he goes through in 3:52. What did we say? We said it was 3:58 with 400 to go. So just doing some mental maths there, that means that he ran the last 400 meters in about 56 seconds. 50, wait a minute, that's not right. No, 54 seconds. Yeah, 54 seconds. Quite a respectable, quite a fast last lap, given that, you know, 3:52 is quite a fast time. Remember that in those days, of course, the world record was 3:49-ish. So that's only 3 seconds off the world record. So 54 second last lap there is pretty good going. But I think that had Ovett been absolutely flat out on that last lap, he could have probably run about 3:50, 3:51. So, and he could have had a bigger margin of victory. But as I've already said, he just wanted to do enough. As for the rest of them, well, they had a good go. They couldn't beat Ovett, and obviously in Koblenz they had another go at him. They couldn't beat him there either. They tried to beat Coe in Zurich. They couldn't beat Coe in Zurich. So it was fairly well proven that, you know, nobody was going to beat Coe or Ovett in Moscow. So that's about it for now. I'll be back again with another video soon. Thanks for tuning in, and thank you for all of you who've subscribed to my channel and left comments and who've liked my videos. Bye for now.